Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, everyone? Today we are going to discuss the main point in this worksheet, which focus on the most important points in the final exam, like prime numbers and GCF and LCM, and we will discuss them and tackle them in details, in addition to the distance between 2 points and adding and subtracting decimals. Here we start. 43 is a prime number. Here we need to choose true or false. 43 is a prime number. First of all, we should know what are the prime numbers. The prime numbers are numbers greater than 1 and has exactly 2 factors, 1 and itself. So 43, is 43 a prime number? Does it have only 2 factors or no? Of course, 43 is a prime number because it has only 2 factors, 43 and 1. Now, let me discuss with you some prime numbers. Prime numbers like 2, 3, 7, 5, 7. All of these are prime numbers. If you write on the internet prime numbers from 1 to from 2 to 100, you will have the most important prime numbers. There are some confusing prime numbers or composite numbers like 51. 51, most of people think that 51 is a prime number. 51 is 3 multiply 17. So 51 is a composite number and is not a prime number. 57 as well. Some people think that 57 is a prime number, but 3 multiply 19 is 57, so it is not a prime number, it's composite number. But 43 is a prime number, so the answer is true. Of course, 91 is not a prime number, it's composite number because it is 13 multiply 7. So here, the easy way to find a number is a prime number or no. All even numbers are composite numbers, except 2 other odd numbers. And then the odd numbers we need to decide. Here, for example, 51, 5 plus 1 equals 6. So it's in the table of 6, so it's divisible by 3. 5 plus 7 equals 12, so it's divisible by 3. So if you find a number and it's difficult to decide the prime number or composite number, check if it's divisible by 3 by adding the digits and to check if the answer, the sum is divisible by 3 or no. Any number ends in 0 or 5, it's not a prime number because it's divisible by 5. So 43 is a prime number, but 51 is not, 57 is not, 91 is not. The distance between 2 points. This is very important concept. If you want to find the distance between 2 points, here, look at the similar coordinates. Here, the x coordinates is the same, so I cancel them. And now I look at the different coordinates. The y coordinates are different. I don't care if the similar or different ones are y or x. I cancel the similar ones. Now I look at the coordinates which are different. Now, because these 2 coordinates, y coordinates, in different signs, it means they are in different quadrants. So if they are different, I need to add their absolute value. The absolute value of 6.1, 6.2 is 6.2. The absolute value is represented by 2 lines. The absolute value of negative 2.8 is 2.8. So I add them or subtract them because they are different signs. I add them. 2.8 plus 6.2 equals 9 exactly. So, or 9.0. So the distance is 9. So it's true. 43 is a prime number, true, and distance is 9, true. Now, these 2 lines means absolute value. Absolute value is always positive because it's distance from 0. The absolute value is of 9 is greater than the absolute value of negative 14. What's the absolute value of 9? Is 9. The absolute value of negative 14 is 14. Now, is 9 greater than 14? No. So this is false. Remember, these two lines means absolute value. So we need to compare the absolute value of these numbers, not the value of these two numbers. Now the expression 2 multiply 6 divide brackets 6 divide 3 equals 4. Now I have to use PEMDAS. PEMDAS, so parenthesis is the first thing to do. 6 minus 3 is 3. Now we have multiply and divide. But they are the same strength, but we start the one on the left. So 2 multiply 6 equals 12. Why I didn't divide first? Because the one on the left I start by. So 2 multiply 6 equals 12. 12 divided 3 equals 4. So it's true. 6 less than a number n can be written as the expression n minus 6. Always, guys, I have mentioned that when we say less than, we flip the order. Less than means minus. Less than means minus. I decide it's minus. But because he said 6 less than a number n, so I put n before the minus sign and 6 after the minus sign. So remember, when it's less than, I have to flip. So this correct answer. Now, multiple choice questions. Find the difference. Now, the perfect way or the good way to, let me say, subtraction, addition of decimal numbers, we need to be careful about this, and we need to put the numbers below each other. What do I mean by this? Let me erase this. Now I have to erase this. Now I go to question number 6. Find the difference. I have to line up the two numbers, 15.53. Now the first thing I have to put the point, 27. Look, when you line up the decimal point, the answer will be correct. This 12.27. Now, be careful. You have to line up the decimal points. Here I put decimal point and start subtracting. As I'm subtracting whole numbers from the right, 3 minus 7 we cannot. We take 1 from 5, it becomes 4. This becomes 13. 13 minus 7 equals 6. 4 minus 2 equals 2. 5 minus 2 equals 3. And 1 minus 1 is 0. So the answer is 3.26. Now, question number 7. Same idea, adding and subtracting decimal numbers. We need to line up decimal points. I mean to put the decimal points below each other. So I put here now 18.72 minus 20 plus, I'm sorry, 23 plus 23. You have to focus on adding and subtract the point below the point, 63. Now we add. First of all, we need to be careful about the point. Here's the point. Now 2 plus 3, 5. 6 plus 7, 13. 1 plus 8, 9 plus 3, 12. And 1 plus 1 plus 2 equals 4. So the answer is 42.35. Here, I think we mentioned the answer. Here, I think. Now, place the decimal point in the product. Here, when you multiply the decimal numbers, we don't need to line up the points. just we multiply normally. We multiply 17 by 28, but he multiply them, but he want us to put the point. Here we have one decimal place. Here we have one decimal place. So the product should have 2 decimal places. So the answer will be C, because C has 2 decimal places. Now, next question. Question number 9. A school year is about 3/4 of a year. Osama has completed half of his 6th grade school. So half of 1/2 of means multiply. What part of year has Osama been in 6th grade? So I need to multiply, because he said the school year is 3/4 of a year, and Osama has completed 1/2 of it. So 1/2 multiply, I decide multiplication because it's half of it. 1/2, I'm sorry. 1/2 multiply 3/4. As you know how to multiply fractions, numerator multiply numerator, and the numerator is multiplied. 1 times 3, 3. 2 times 4 equals 8. So the answer should be 3 out of 8. Find the product in simplest form. So I advise you here to multiply first, then you simplify. This is the easiest way. Because we're multiplying fractions, we multiply numerators. 2 times 5 equals 10. We don't use keep, change, flip in multiplication, just in division. 15 times 8, 120. Now, because the numerator and denominator has zeros, we can simplify by dividing by 10. 10 divide 10 here. Just simplify means you divide the up and the down number by the same number. You divide the numerator by the denominator by the same number, because he said in simplest form. Divide 10, divide 10. So both accept to divide by 10. 10 divide 10 equals 1. And 120 divide 10 equals 12. So the answer is 1 out of 12. The simplest one, we cannot simplify it more. Ahmed goes on a diving expedition. Diving, guys. So he is going down. What is the possible diving depth for his expedition? Because he said diving, it means he is going down. It means it's negative. It means it's negative. So the only negative choice is what? B, because it's 12, negative 20. Now we go to next question. Find the absolute value. Even he didn't say find the absolute value. If he put these 2 lines, we know it's the absolute value. So the absolute value of 96 is always the absolute value of a number should be positive. Even if it's positive, we keep it positive. So the absolute value of 96 is 96 itself, because the absolute value represents a distance from 0. So it should be positive. If the question was the absolute value of negative 96, it will be same 96. Find the distance between each pair of points. As I mentioned before, to find the difference, I focus on the coordinates which are different. So I ignore 5, the x coordinates. Now the y coordinates, I look at them. If they have the same sign, this means they are in the same quadrant. This means same, I need to subtract. But I don't subtract them, I subtract their absolute value. So the absolute value of negative 6 minus the absolute value of negative 3, which means the absolute value of negative 6 equals 6, minus absolute value of negative 3 equals 3. So 6 minus 3 equals 3. So the answer is A. Find the value of expression. Now, any expression, to find the value, we need, guys, to do what? To use PEMDAS, parentheses, then exponents or power, then we use multiplication and division from left to right, then addition and subtraction. So we have multiplication here, 2 multiply 3, because we have no brackets, equals 6. Now, here we have plus and divide. Divide is stronger than addition. 18 divided 3 equals 6. But here we have plus. Now 6 plus 6 equals 12. Now we need to write this word expression as algebraic expression. 8 times, it means 8 multiply the product of A and B. So we have AB, because all of them multiply, no need brackets, no need brackets. So I want 8 multiply A multiply B. 8 multiply A multiply B, which is the answer A. Now, next question. Question number 16. Here, most of the students are suffering in these two questions. Find the greatest common factor, or GCF, of 18 and 63. What do I mean by the greatest common factor? So the greatest number that can be divided by 18 and 63. I will teach you this way, which is the ladder. It's very easy way to find the greatest common factor and the least common multiple. Now let me tell you how to find the greatest common factor. I put the two numbers, 18. This is the easiest way or the magic way, and 63. Now I want a number to divide these two numbers. I always try 2, 5, 3. These are the basic numbers because I want a prime number. I want a prime number to divide these two numbers by. So if I try 2, 18 is divisible by 2, but 63 can't be divided by 2. So I try 3 now. 18 is divisible by 3. 18 divided 3 equals 6. How I know it's 63 divided 3 is divisible by 3? Because 3 plus 6 equals 9, and 9 is in the table of 3. So 63 is divisible by 3. 63 divided 3 is 21. Now I try to divide by 2 or 3 or 5 or any prime number. So they are 6 and 21 is divisible by 3 again. 6 divided 3 equals 2. 21 divided 3 equals 7. Now 2 and 7 cannot be divided by any number. Now to find the GCF, multiply the numbers on the right. Only the numbers on the right. 3 multiply 3 equals 9. This is the easiest way to find the greatest common factor, GCF. So the answer is 9. We can use this ladder to find the LCM. Same way. Look, I have 12 and 15. So I want a prime number. I always told you, try 2, 3, 5, 7, like this. 12 and 15 cannot be divided by 2. So I try 3 now. 12 divided 3 equals 4. 15 divided 3 equals 5. Now I want to divide again. But these two numbers can't be divided by the same number. They cannot be divided by 2 or by 3 or by any number. So they only can divide by 1. Look, if the two numbers in the beginning, they cannot be divided by anything, then the GCF here. If the two numbers can't divide by anything, then the GCF is 1. But here, how I find now the LCM? The LCM, I multiply the numbers on the right and the down. Here. 3 multiply 5 equals 15. 15 multiply 4 equals 60. So the answer is 60, simply. This is very easy way. Write 2 multiply 2 multiply 2 multiply. The number which is repeated is the base. So the base will be 2. Now I count the number up, which is exponent. Just tell me how many times I multiply the 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2 power 7 is not 2 multiply 7, 2 power 7 or 2 squared. Evaluate the expression. Now we have an algebraic expression 3t minus 8. You should be given the value of t. To evaluate algebraic expression, you should be given the value of the variable. I told you to find the value of the variable, we need to replace the variable by its value. So it becomes 3t, it means 3 multiply t. We replace t by 8, it becomes 3 by 8. We can put brackets. To represent multiplication, we put brackets or multiply or big dot, minus 8. So 3 multiply 8 equals what? 24. So we have 24 minus 8 equals 16. Equals 16. So the answer is C. So what we can summarize here, we can say we replace the variable by its value, then we use the order of operation. Remember, 3t, it means 3 multiply t. 2x, it means 2 multiply x. When we replace it, we use brackets to show that it's multiplication. Now evaluate the expression. X divide 2 only. But what's the value of x? 2 over 5. So I put 2 over 5 divide 2. When I divide by fraction, we just use the way keep, change, flip. Keep 2 over 5. Change division to multiplication. And we find the reciprocal of the second number or the fraction was the flip of 2. It's 1 over 2 because 2 means 2 over 1. So when I flip it, it becomes 1 over 2. Now 2 multiply 1 equals 2. 5 multiply 2 equals 10. But always remember you need to simplify because 2 over 10 is not in the answers. So we divide by 2. Always try to simplify by 2, guys. Then by 3, then by 5. This is the easiest number to simplify. 10 divide 2. Look, when I simplify, I divide by the same number, which is 2. 2 divide 2 equals 1. 10 divide 2, equals 5. So the answer is 1 over 5. Now, short answer questions. Evaluate the expression 0.237 multiply 10 power 6. Guys, 10 power 6, when you multiply a decimal number by power of 10, we move the point to the right. How many times? It depends on the exponent value. The exponent is 6. So it means 1 million. When you multiply by million or 10 power 6, it means I need to move the point to the right. Guys, this could be 10 power 6. I depend on two things, the power, the exponent number or number of zeros. And this number can be written as 1 million. 10 power 4 can be written as what? 10,000. So be careful about this. We depend on the number of zeros or on the exponent value itself. So this you have to take it in your consideration. If you multiply here by 10 power 6 or 1 million, move the point to the right 6 times. 1, 2, 3. Then I stop. No, I have to add 3 zeros now. I have to put 2, 3, 7. I move it 3 times. Then I add 3 zeros to become 6. The expression 3x divide 4 plus 4 divide y minus 2 dot. This dot, big dot, I told you means multiply. Remember this. Big dot means multiply. Has how many terms? Guys, I told you in terms, you need to count how many plus or minus we have because terms are separated by plus or minus sign. So this is the first term. And here, all of these, and this is the second term. And here we have the third term. Or you can count how many plus or minus we have, 2. So the number of terms, we increase 1. It becomes 3. So always count how many plus or minus we have, only plus or minus. or minus, then we add 1 to it. Because we have 1 plus and 1 minus, it means 2. Then we add 1 to them, it becomes 3. So we have 3 terms. Last 2 questions. Write an algebraic expression for the situation. You have to write it yourself. 6 times the quantity. Look here, 6 times, it means 6 multiply. 2 plus 5. So this quantity, because he said the quantity, it means they are together. X and 5 together. So I cannot write 6x minus 5. Because in this case, it means 6 multiply only by x. But he said 6 multiply the quantity together. So I put brackets. If I put brackets here, it means 6 multiply by this quantity together, which is x minus 5. So the good way or the right way, you have to write 6, then brackets, because it's multiplied by the quantity x plus 5, or you can write 6 big dot. It's correct if you put big dot, or you can put multiply, but I prefer not to put anything, minus 5, because don't confuse x by multiply. So you can put like this or like this. Now find the GCF of 27 or 36 and 36. As I mentioned, the ladder way is the easiest way. Now 27 and 36, I bring the ladder and I try to climb it. So I try to find a prime number to divide these two numbers by 2. 36 is divisible by 2, but 27 is not. So I try 3. They both divisible by 3. 27 divide 3 equals 9. 36 divide 3 equals 12. Now I try to divide 12 and 9 by the same number, probably by 3, because 2 is not divisible by 9 is not divisible by 2. 9 divide 3 equals 3. 12 divide 3 equals what? 4. Now, can we divide more? No. If you show your work like this, it's correct. So now I multiply. To find the GCF, I multiply the numbers on the right only. 3 multiply 3 equals 9. So the answer is 9. If you like the video, don't forget to click on the like and write in the comments and any note. And don't forget to subscribe my channel, Mr. Moath Aljebawi. Thank you very much.